The party arrived at Baldur's Gate. Oh, thank you. I need to do that too. The party arrived at Baldur's Gate and asked around about Fox Traveler based on the note they had found on the guards the day before, or a few days before. They learned that Fox Traveler was one of the contacts for the cult members, and you guys instead pursued Anthar's contact, which was Celeban, Akin Celeban. And he was a purveyor in Blackgate who knew people who would be willing to hire the party, and sure enough, after a brief conversation with him, the group managed to get themselves hired by Ed Hellery, who is traveling with expensive and exotic woods to deliver to a master craftsman in Waterdeep, and Bade Setchapole, who is running a beer-type tent of Caravan wagon. So Valter, you and Blackhand were guarding Bade and his wagon, and the rest of you were guarding Ed Hellery's wagon.
Correct.
You encountered shortly into the caravan. You saw another group of adventurers there that were actually trying to buy their way into the employ of the two merchants that you were on guard for, but Blackhand was able to stare them down basically and scare them out from doing that. You wandered through the fields of the dead. A few caravans dropped out. You ran into a group of hobgoblins and a hobgoblin captain that was threatening you and another caravan wagon that had broken down. Another group of caravans leaves the next day. You pass through the Troll Claws and the Troll Claw Fjord. You pass over the river. You stay at an inn for a night. One night you run into a guy that's been buried in the dirt up to his head with the words Oathbreaker painted across his head. You rescued him, dug him out, and found out that he was a harper. Eventually, after 13 days, you did make your way onto the Tradeway, which is a sign that you're just getting that much closer to Waterdeep. You stayed at Dragonspear for a night. One of the groups of caravans left, and then another group came in. You had a few days of uneventfulness, and then 2 days straight of cold, hard, and steady rain.
That's what she said.
Yep. On the 20th day, after 2 straight days of rain, you came up to another inn where you were going to make another longer rest, and the inn was booked by a bunch of people who basically told you to fudge off and go sleep outside. And of course that led to a fight because Queequeg has no diplomacy.
Actually,
whatsoever.
I didn't do that.
No, you started the fight.
No, that was all Blackhand, actually.
You started the fight.
No, I vowed to stop starting fights.
I did throw a screaming rock at somebody.
Mm-hmm. And it is early the next morning. You are all inside this tavern.
Okay.
Alright then. Well, feel much better today. How's everyone else feeling?
I feel okay. I thought we murdered people yesterday, but we didn't, so that's pleasant.
That's good. Barkeep, can I get another beer? Just one.
Yep. On the way. Reaches around, grabs it.
I believe the gold that I gave you yesterday was still enough.
More than enough, thanks.
Good.
I'm just twiddling away on my wand. You see me inscribe a glyph on it.
What happened? What did you do with the bodies of the guys?
As he's polishing out a mug. It's a tavern in the Sword Coast. Fights are bound to happen.
Yeah, but what do you do with the corpses?
We send them out back. Lay in the hay with the pigs.
Oh,
Usually waking up with a, smell about you. Well, let you rethink your ways.
I don't think they're going to be waking up.
Oh, well.
Do you have any diamonds?
No, afraid not, but, Daggerford's just a few days.
Ah, Daggerford. Never been there. Hopefully they have what I need.
Daggerford, they, always tried to be the next Waterdeep, but never quite could be, could they?
Well, it's not in as good a position as Waterdeep.
Best for farming, I suppose.
So, you know about Waterdeep?
Aye. The city
Have
of
you been there?
splendors. Have I been? No, I have not.
Been to Borders?
Nope. Grew up around here all my life.
Been in a big city?
Never cared much for it. There's plenty of excitement here in the bar, as you lot provided.
So this is a regular occurrence for you.
Every few months.
What were these guys here doing, though? I mean, obviously they were lodging for free, but why?
Ugh. When a group of people, 6 blades in your face, and no one's there to protect you, don't have much of a choice.
You ever thought about hiring bodyguards? Might be essential up here.
One of these days.
Hmm.
I look at Walter. See, Walter? Sometimes starting fights is good things. We saved this fellow.
I feel like in this one case and instance, we did not just randomly murder people, and we did help somebody, so I don't feel as guilty about this.
Oh, you shouldn't feel guilty at all. They obviously were up to no good.
I mean, if they're dragon cultists or dragons, no, I don't feel guilty at all.
Hey, well, yes, barkeep. Were they dragon cultists? Did you hear anything about their affiliations?
Not any specific faction, no, but I can tell you they didn't care much for the cultists.
They didn't care for the cultists, you say?
No. They wanted the front spots in the caravan, you see.
They wanted the front spots?
Oh, they felt they were more deserving of the front of the caravan than the cult.
What does the front mean, though? What does that get you?
Bragging rights? Who knows? Brutes have their own reasoning.
Odd.
Well, we should probably be hitting the trail again.
Yes, if the wagon's leaving.
Just right about then, you do look outside and see a few of the guards and merchants and commoners and family folk that were on the caravan, kind of looking around. It's foggy, but the rain has stopped.
We should be
Okay.
cautious today.
We should. I
Yes.
don't know if I asked. Supposing you were to expire, would you want to be revived?
I would have to say, until I have learned what's going on with my father and exacting revenge on my family, yes. Until then, I cannot rest.
Very well. I will go to get
Did you
your
not go to sleep
father.
last night?
Oh, Queequeg, my friend. This is why we keep you around.
Thank you.
Once you're up in Daggerford, if you can scrounge up 300 gold, I can buy some diamonds and we can get your father alive again. Ask him some
Perfect.
questions.
I may need your guys' assistance. I assume tying him down before reviving him would stop any resistance that he might have, but I may
revive
need some
weak.
stronger armed people to make sure that he doesn't slip past us when we do that.
Of course.
Cameron.
Yes.
No. Put it down. Sorry.
I can help with that then. I will hold your father down, and I will bite off his fingers. We'll get the information we need.
No. We don't
I
need to
still have
resort to
some
biting
truth.
off fingers just yet.
All
I
right,
still
very
have
well.
that magic truth spell.
We can do that then, I guess. I don't think using magic is necessary in this situation.
Why don't you bite off the dragon cultist's fingers? Let's just say to bloodlust. No?
We could try that.
Let's get going.
Aye, all right. Barkeep, let us know if you need us again.
Will do. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
We'll be in Waterdeep. You can send a letter. Queequeg is the name.
Queequeg, yes. Got it.
I don't suppose there's anything any of you would like to say to Resmir. I have the ability to contact her now.
No, nothing.
Not
No threats?
not as this second.
No threats? Okay.
We, as you step out and discuss the possibility or no possibility of threatening Resmir by whatever means Ixon has up his sleeve, you finally get a glimpse of what most of the people have been looking at outside the window. And it's mushrooms everywhere. Looking at them, they're growing everywhere, all over on the road, all over on the grass, the hills, on the sides of trees. They're absolutely everywhere. Most people stay away as they emit a small puff of black spores and moan of pain. You could identify them with a nature check. Someone would like to.
I'm tense.
I will give it a try.
Walter, these mushrooms are deadly poisonous, and you would caution people to stay away from the spores that they emit.
Okay. I wouldn't suggest touching those. I would keep your distance as much as possible.
Can I go ahead and throw a nature check in there? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Ooh. Ixon, you know that they are not at all poisonous, and so do you, Nick. But the crowd still starts to take Walter's advice, and they're backing away. And they look ahead. How can we move on if they're covering the road? They're growing. Look. And about an hour ago in the early morning, they were the size of a wine cork, and now they're about 6 inches tall.
Why don't we just kill them?
Yeah, I go ahead. Am I able to discern anything else from them? Is there any alchemical maybe properties that I can glean from them or anything?
Um, they were formed from an immense mycelium that spread beneath the area from shallow caves underneath the earth, deep underneath the earth. So these aren't normal cooking or eating mushrooms, or they're not poisonous, but they're just kind of unnatural. It seems like they only grow during heavy rain.
Okay.
When the right conditions are met.
All right. I just continue on. Are we able to see the cart or anything like that?
Yeah, but it's surrounded by mushrooms. You have to like tiptoe around them, and they're, as I said, they're constantly growing. Some of them are getting to be about a foot tall.
Yeah.
After a little bit, you see some guards in a caravan just say, "Enough of this," and begin hacking away at the mushrooms. And they make pretty good headway into it. And with each slice, you could tell they look around and seem to be bothered by something. One of them...
What troubles you? Sorry.
No, you're good. One of them, after nearly 20 minutes, stops with the cutting of the path and just slumps down where he was sitting and is just kind of looking around and looks hopeless.
Can we get a medic over here?
The mushrooms they've cut down quite a few yards of mushrooms, and they don't appear to be growing back at all.
Here, I will burn them all. Word of radiance. Every one of them, I'm gonna deal damage to.
Ooh. Within 5 feet of you?
Ah, no, I'm wrong. I thought that I got the wrong spell. I took the wrong cantrip. God damn it, God. I'll just toll the dead them. I can do that.
You can. If you want to know how long that'll take, about 6 hours.
Shit.
For one
Can
person.
we just...
3 people
can we
could do
carve
it
a
in 2
path?
hours. Yes, that is to clear the path. But it's 6 total man hours, so the 4 of you can do it in an hour and a half. If you each concentrated.
Yeah, I'd rather stay away from these guys. You're gonna have to take care of them.
We gotta get through them somehow.
Well, if it's just going to be Ixon doing it.
As you guys said, violence is not the answer always here.
What is it? What's the current situation again, guys? I'm sorry.
Mushrooms are growing everywhere.
That's it?
Yeah. And the guards that were hacking away at them, one of them is fine, is continuing to hack away, but one of them kind of slumped down and became sad.
I don't want to become sad.
Alright, I'm just gonna start burning.
Alright. So,
does anyone else have a way to burn these?
Yep, I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and pull out my Eldritch Cannon and do a flamethrower and just put it out in front of Tensor's floating disc.
Oh, that works so much better.
Works a lot
Yeah, I'm
better.
sorry. I'm kind of distracted, guys. I apologize.
Okay.
So you throw out a disc.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and do Tensor's floating disc. And then also you see me just pull out my flamethrower cannon and just put it right on top of the floating disc. And then I'm gonna tell the disc to just like I'm gonna have it. Well, I'm gonna try to push it out in front of me since I can control it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna push out in front of me about 5 or 10 feet and just have it walk as we're going along and burn everything.
And so you do. Between you and Ixon, especially since you're both burning things, it'll only take you about 2 hours to just walk forward, and eventually the pathway opens up and there's no more mushrooms. It seems that whatever area this inn was built on was built on top of a deep, deep underground cavern, and seemed to have ended at this point. So with that, the caravan is on its way again.
Nice.
Yes, indeed.
Is that soldier still sad?
The soldier. Yes.
I pat him on the back and I tell him it's okay, buddy.
Thousands of them. Cries of
Thousands
pain and death.
of the mushrooms?
It's what I've heard. It's all I heard. Every swing of my sword. More cries, more pain.
I see.
I cannot sleep.
Well, we've got a lot of walking to do, so grab a swig of booze and try to not think about it.
I'll do what I can. Thank you. And the day goes on. The rest of it is uneventful. The following day, another wagon joins the party, this one towards the back. The 23rd day is once again uneventful.
Where did that caravan come from? That extra cart.
It just caught up. It was kind of they're galloping the horse, trying to catch up.
Gotcha.
So that's why they're coming up around the back. They're just, as most of these people are doing, they're just taking advantage of the caravan, using it as safety.
So we have a long rest?
Oh yeah, several.
Okay.
Because the next 2 days are uneventful. But on day 27, it's around afternoon time, and it's a clear and sunny day, and up ahead, kind of along a small cliff face, not really a mountain, more like a tall hill with rocks, you see 3 eagles that are circling over what looks to be a fresh kill.
Wait till we get a little bit closer to investigate the body, but I'm not going to rush towards it.
Nope, just right with the caravan, I assume. Because I forget, am I in the front caravan? I'm a couple back, actually.
Yeah, here, I will show you.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to see it yet, I assume.
Okay, and mine in black hands is the front.
No, Ed Hellery.
No, okay.
Yeah, you were closer to the middle.
Okay.
There's a handout. Oh, here, I'll share it again. But yeah, Ed Hellery's was more towards the front. Bade's was more towards the middle.
Okay, yep, there we go.
And you guys are pressing on?
Yep. And I guess when we pass by it, I'll try and take a look at it, see what it is that they're hovering over.
And as you get just a little bit closer, you don't quite find time to get closer to the body itself, as all 3 begin to nosedive straight towards your caravan, as you were the only ones that showed any kind of interest in what was over there. And from there, I would need initiatives.
Okay. Well, gonna kill some birds, I guess.
God damn birds! Alright,
Damn it.
awful initiative.
Why can't birds mind their own fucking bird business?
Oh, great. I liked how, even though I clicked on my character, it didn't
Wait,
put me
oh.
on the initiative.
I got
Ah.
same with me. I got 16.14.
I got 9.
Alright, I'll fix you guys up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let's get some different music. I've been listening to this game music for a while.
I like this music. Perfect combat.
I want to say something to erase me, but I don't know what to say.
Alright, where is Nick needs his? And what was it, Nick? 16.4?
Yep,
And then
Yes.
Voltaire, where are you? Voltaire,
9.16.
Alright. Winged kobolds. What are you doing here? So, first up is going to be Nick.
All right.
These birds, if you want to see, since they're getting closer to you.
Did you have a handout? I didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Sorry, thank you.
What is it
Oh,
called?
jeez.
That's what they
Ooh.
actually, they're indeed not eagles.
Wow.
Those are not vultures or eagles.
Those are definitely
No.
paratons.
No.
Alright. Alright, in that case. Bam.
Ooh, which one?
Beautiful.
The far
The
one?
four.
Or the close one? Hmm.
So that goes right next to me. Bear with me. I gotta go drag it out.
Pretty good.
Okay. So I pull it right next to me. It's got a 120-foot range on it. That's my first action. That it was my action. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And then, but as my bonus action, I'm gonna ask it to shoot and fire. 2d8 force damage.
Well, the action is summoning your cannon. You can't do a ranged spell attack on the same.
But am I able to use my bonus action to ask it to attack?
I think the using the force ballista is part of the action, but I'm gonna check. Which artificer are you? You're an artillerist.
Artillerist?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me just a second. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm probably confused. I didn't know if that took up my whole action or.
Yeah, so the summoning the turret itself takes an action,
Mm-hmm.
but then you can use your bonus action to attack with it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I was
yep,
wondering.
Yep. You're correct. Yep, you're using it. Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
I only know because I'm playing the same exact class that you're playing right now in
Gotcha.
a different campaign.
So I'll go to you for any questions until I can spend
yeah,
some
go
time
right
to
ahead.
actually read this.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing class, by the way.
So yes, you can use your bonus action. Sorry, go ahead.
Slash roll attack. How do I? No, it's just okay. Slash.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same as your like spell attack bonus for the most part.
Plus. All right, there we go. Wow.
Oh shit, my camera's not on.
For 4
Okay,
damage.
hold on. Hold on.
Which one?
I did that again wrong. I have multiple people coming up next to me. Why does it do?
Grabbing a beer.
Goodbye.
Why is it doing that? Automatic crate fail?
On your character sheet, under attacks and spells.
Here we go. What? Okay.
No, just under the core here. You've got Force Ballista. So you want to click that one. No.
I don't
Go
know
click on
I'm
core. No, you're fine. On the character sheet, click on core.
Jesus Christ.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
And
I
then-
got...
No, I mean on core. Did you click core?
Yes.
Okay. And then
It's not. There we
yeah,
go.
there you go. There you go. So 9 won't hit.
Okay, I'm lagging too, so that
Oh,
helps
Jesus.
a lot. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. So not only do I have my computer going on, I got fucking my kids. Alright, so
9 didn't hit.
alright, thank you.
Yep. Is that it then?
Yeah. Sorry everybody.
You're fine, dude.
Hey, it happens.
Quick.
No, Walter.
Yeah, I was about to say what?
Wait, what?
It's telling me, Walter.
Yeah,
Oh,
the turn order.
yeah. Yeah, it was from the previous fight, sorry. No, you're
You're good.
correct, it is Walter.
You're okay.
I know I am.
I'm gonna-
Give me an inspiration point.
Nope.
Walter's gonna move up. He's gonna take aim, and he's going to attack the furthest one that I'm pointing at right now.
Okay.
And I'm also going to add a precision maneuver, precision strike. Perfect. And just
Very good.
one little D8. So 17.
Will hit him.
Perfect. And I'm just going to try and speed this along. I'm going to just make my... Oh, I have extra attack. What am I talking about?
Mm-hmm. You do.
Sorry, I forgot we leveled up.
I know.
Is it still in the air?
Oh yeah,
at this
they're
second?
about 60 feet in
Okay.
the air.
Okay, hitting the same one for an extra 9 damage.
Or I'm sorry, they're 40 feet in the air.
Okay. Okay. So all together, that one took about 25 damage.
Very good. And you're clipping it,
And
but its skin is tough. It's not like a normal eagle or pheasant. It's
okay.
a little more resistant.
Okay. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Onto the birds. This one is going to swoop down at you, Nick, and try to gouge you with his talons. An 11, I don't think will hit.
No, thankfully.
And it goes to fly back up and away above the cart. You would get an attack of opportunity as it swoops back up, but it's about 20
Alright.
feet floating above the wagon right now.
Incoming, but I'm lagging.
16 will hit.
Incoming again for damage roll.
Nine damage. The next bird is going to swoop down at you, Ixon, and attempt to do the same
Hey!
thing.
There, that hits. Except it doesn't, because I have a beautiful beam of light. Just burst out and blind this fucker. Bye. Try again next time.
Nice.
Dang. Nice.
Oh,
Because I was
that
gonna
is
do.
very nice.
You were gonna get that too. Whooping.
Haha.
Now it's on the Queequeg.
All right, this one up here. How high is he right now?
About 20 feet over the wagon. The wagon itself is about 5 feet tall.
How about this one?
That one just swooped down and used almost all of its movement, so it's about head length with Vixen right now, or head, yeah, right there. But they look to be like dive attacking and coming back.
I come over to this one then.
All right.
And it's within range for me to attack then.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
just don't lob off Vixen's head.
Recklessly attack it.
Ah, my head!
15.
Will hit.
Ooh, I didn't say I was raging. Yeah, never mind. All right, 8.
All right.
And then I will attack again.
Okay.
Now, so I don't. When makes his first attack? Okay, so I can't reckless attack on my second one. Okay, so my second attack is gonna be regular.
Why does it
It
say?
applies to all your attacks.
Huh?
It applies to all your attacks in your turn.
Does it?
It does.
During this turn, yeah.
Oh, all right. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
Then I miss.
But you would be flanking technically with the Eldritch Cannon. I'll give it to you.
That'd be 13 then.
13 does hit.
All right, I hit him. Nice. 12. Ooh!
Nice. Nice.
It's missing a few
And my
feathers. It's
turn.
kind of like haphazardly flying up. Ooh, Nick.
Alright.
Nope, you're about to get another bird to the face. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
For 8 piercing, and you'll take another 2d8 from the sheer force of this bird crashing into you with its 2 claws out for another 13. So 21 total piercing.
Alright.
It went right for the chest, right for your heart area.
Jeez.
Are you at negative 21 HP?
No. Alright.
Ixon, on to you.
Great. I have this guy in front of me, which changes my plans somewhat. Not majorly, though. I'm going to throw out a spiritual weapon
Ooh.
that is going to pew over to here. Slash at this guy.
Wow.
Ignore that, it's not a crit.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to roll it normally.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's still 12 damage.
Yep.
Does that do it?
It does, because it's a magical weapon.
Yay. And then, with that as my action, I am then going to toll the dead onto the one on Nick.
Alrighty.
Ah, he gets it.
Meets it.
I'm a pretty good cleric. That's my turn.
Screeches back out at you. But the good news is you've got nice Periton breast to roast up this evening for dinner.
Ooh.
Nick.
Okay. Bonus action, rolling for attack on this guy.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm lagging so bad. I may have to reconnect here.
That's fine.
That doesn't hit.
It doesn't, unfortunately. Ooh.
Con save.
That's a 15-foot square centered on you.
Yeah.
So you and the cannon, or just the bird and the cannon, need to make that.
Yep. How do I
Bird
do
makes
that
it.
with the cannon?
The cannon doesn't have any constitution, so I would just say a flat d20. Wait, which type it is?
Wouldn't that damage the cart?
It would.
Beautiful.
If you move a single
Yeah, it
space.
says if it's forced
I
to make
have
an ability
many.
check or saving throw, treat all ability scores as a 10 plus 0, so just a flat d20.
So it fails.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So roll your
So-
damage, 2d8, and the bird will take half and not be moved, and then the cannon will take full damage and be pushed back.
Wait.
Oof.
His. Oh yeah. Sorry. Still roll. I need to reconnect. Give me a second. It's rolling the dice right now.
No worries. While he's doing that, Valter, let's move on with you.
Valter, can Valter see the squawker on top of the cart here?
Oh, absolutely.
And he's going to. I'm going to triple attack, so my normal attack, my extra attack, and my ability for. Why don't I have that listed? Action Surge, there it is.
Oof.
I think 2 of those hit,
Yep.
at least.
And you're aiming at the one on top of the cart?
Yep, the one on top of the cart.
Alright.
Arrows, and
sink
that's
2 of them
the
in.
end of his turn. Cool.
Oh, there's Nick's
Yeah, it's the end of my
damage.
turn.
That bird will fly up high into the air and then swoop down at you, Valter, attempting the same maneuver you just saw it do on Nick.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, he
Oh, wow.
hits. He not even gonna check my my AC. That just hits.
For 20 damage, and just the same, it's going for your heart region. As it screeches and squawks in your face.
Valter is hurt and he's sad.
Didn't need mushrooms for that one.
It is very bold. Quick like.
Alright, Queequeg. Okay, I want to. Okay, so how high is this one now?
It's still. It just attacked Nick. It's kind of still in his face. It used all of its movement to get there, so it hasn't
Boom.
begun its upward ascent yet.
You just have to tell me how high he is. I don't need this whole life story because he's gonna die soon.
It's
So,
got a mother. Her name is Terry.
Alright, Terry, I run up and I am just I rage and I recklessly attack it. I missed that first one, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Second one,
Roll it.
21. 7 damage.
7 damage.
And that ends my turn.
Very nice. This one will swoop up, whoosh, and you both get an opportunity attack if you'd like to take one.
I would love to take it.
Nice.
Rolling.
Ho ho!
For
Damn.
17 damage. Wowee.
Holy
Why does
shit.
it take me so fucking long?
Lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage.
I just need a crit once tonight, please. I just want to see that damage, and then don't roll nat ones, please.
Are you serious?
16 will hit.
Are you seeing it?
Yeah, I see your attack roll.
I don't even see my.
I rolled damage for you.
Thank you.
You're fine.
Of course you did.
It rolled a 2. Ooh, I see you, Nick. Oh, I don't see you.
I'm refreshing everything. Give me a second.
Gotcha. It's gonna come at you quick, like though, with its talons drawn and miss.
Wow, yeah, it did. Even with advantage. Get out of here.
Ixon.
My beautiful mirror of vengeance goes over to the bird and is going to attack it. Wow!
Mirror. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's a mirror sunny. Maybe it's their own reflection and they're really ugly inside. I don't know.
Oh,
That's not a crit,
right.
but that's 17.
Well
7
hit.
force.
Yeah. And it's
looking.
quite bloodied.
Great. And I'm gonna go over to here. Hi. Don't worry about me not social distancing. Burning hands.
Okay.
3rd level.
Is that a dex save?
That's a dex save. I'm gonna fucking torch him. He passes, so he takes half of that, so 5. Alright, 5 damage.
Ooh, but you do manage to scorch the tips of a lot of its feathers, and it's one just like the other one, having a pretty tough time at flying as gracefully as it has been.
That's my turn.
Nick,
I'm gonna move over here.
you don't have a webcam.
There we go.
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here. I personally am gonna go do Scorching Ray. 2, 3.
Ooh, 19 and 23 will hit.
For the first one,
That'll do it.
there's that. That'll do it. Oh man.
You could direct the other one to the other one.
Okay.
Because you would have seen the first beam kill it and
Wow,
then
you are
redirect to the
rolling
next
high.
Yeah, that is great. I like those.
two. Yeah.
So the second one hits the other one.
Yep. And we'll also take that one out.
Nice. As I'm doing Scorching Ray, imagine me doing the finger guns and going pew pew, pew pew, and that is that.
By the
That
way,
went well.
Nick Olotessa, did you factor in the extra 1d8 from all of your spells?
Not yet. Is it the arcane weapon?
Yeah, the firearm.
arcane firearm. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
add
arcane
1d8 anytime you use a damage spell. You don't need like a magical wand. You can just pick up a stick and just make an arcane firearm real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
really good.
FYI. FYI.
Here you go, Nick, and then let's go back on the road. Have
Okay.
some healing.
All right.
Wait, first, I'd like to check the birds for anything.
Nothing but the 1 bloody carcass and 2 slightly roasted carcasses.
They don't have any symbols of the dragon cult?
Nope,
Hmm.
just some
Okay,
innocent
they were over
creatures.
here. There was a dead body over here, though?
Mhm.
How do you get it to cast like that?
Oh, it's in your attacks.
I'd like to investigate it then.
Thank you.
The body is torn and mangled. It looks to be a guard, but not any kind of discernible sigil or memorabilia that would identify it. Just armor, weapon, armor that's been cut open. The heart itself had been ripped out. And if you'd like, you could give me a history check to see what you know about Peritons.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, you are into aviary?
Avians.
Avians.
Yeah, yeah.
They like, especially elves, have elves and humans. When it kills a humanoid type creature, Peritons tend to rip out the prey's heart and take it back to the nest to be devoured.
That makes sense as to why I would know it, because my people do that too.
Mm-hmm. So you've got a few fresh meals here, because that body is still good.
Guys,
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that body. It's okay, or
No.
is that person dead?
that
Oh,
person is dead. These birds, what they like to do is rip out the heart and take it back to their nest to feed. We should get out of here soon before more come. They like to travel in what's called a murder.
Well, I suppose that stands to reason.
I
Quick.
guess that makes sense.
Ellery, let's go.
And off you go.
Cantrip landing on the cart.
Yes, thank you. Because it would have blown the wagon wheel off, and Hillary was going to dock you from your pay, but you fixed her up. A little rough on this journey, but we were warned about that, weren't we?
I told you I would make sure this cart is safe.
And the night falls that evening. The next 2 days are peaceful and quiet. And on the 30th day, you round the bend and see it finally in all its glory. Daggerford. I'm kidding. It's a walled settlement with a population that by and large lives in the outlying farms and hamlets and estates rather than within the town proper. And because of that, the town, or the city of Daggerford itself, is not really densely populated. The town was refurbished back around the 13th century, with many of its 40-odd wooden structures being remade in stone by the dwarves of Clan Iron-Eater. But even after this improvement, Daggerford's roads are still unpaved, and several of its buildings are ramshackle in appearance even a century after this rebuild. Surrounding the town walls is a modest moat, 3 crossing points at each of the town's 3 gates: the Farmer's Gate in the north, the Caravan Gate in the west, and the River Gate in the south. For many years, the moat was a dumping place for the town's refuse, though thankfully this unfortunate and long-standing tradition was ceased in the late 15th century. And sitting atop a hill in the center of Daggerford was the Grand Ducal Castle, which was technically older than the town itself, now just a meeting hall for the townsfolk. This is here where the caravan comes in through the western gate, and quite a few wagons depart, as this was one of their destinations, and even more are replaced. A few merchants try to take up hold in the front few wagons, but are quickly denied passage. All except for one rather tall gentleman. He's wearing wool cap with ear and neck flaps. He's got a black cloak that's covering red robes. And he approaches the frontmost caravan wagon and hands them a small coin purse, and they open up the door and let him in without question. Among others, you see a small female gnome dressed in mostly black leather. She's got leather pauldrons, dagger at her side, and a black kind of, not feathery cap, but think like one of those Russian hats. I don't know how best to or
Yukiska.
What? Say that again.
Yukiska.
I can't say.
Pronounced that correctly.
You see me get noticeably excited about seeing a gnome.
Ushanka?
Might be it.
An Ushanka?
Yeah, that's it.
Ushanka. We'll say it's
Like
that.
the Russian hat. Yeah, Ushanka.
We'll say it's that. I
Oh, I
like
thought
it.
that
The
was
ones
a
that
name.
basically have like the ear flaps that come down and you can have them poked up at the top if need be. Yeah.
That's more what the man in red is wearing.
He's a German. Or Ruski.
She takes note of Bade's wagon and then goes on about 2 wagons back and just looks around. You see her have a quiet conversation with the owner of that wagon, hand him a small coin purse, and she as well steps in. Daggerford being a major town, this is going to be one of the last major rest stops of the caravan. The caravan will spend most of their day here, and then any rest from here on out is still be a long rest. It's just going to be on the roadside. It's not going to be at inns or taverns, so it's more dangerous.
So we're going to stay at this town tonight.
Yes.
Can we head to the tavern?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd at least like to head to the tavern then.
All right.
What day is it?
This is day 30.
Okay.
While they go to the tavern, I'm gonna look around for a diamond and see if I can find one in town.
So the rules for major towns are you can buy whatever you need supply-wise. I'll find the link and send it again. I'll find a way to pin it. I haven't pinned it yet. I should pin that. But basically, there's a shop that sells magic items in every major town, and as long as you have the gold for it, you can buy it.
Ah, that might be a problem.
So
I'm
if
about
you,
50 short of a gold gem
in
or a diamond.
I can spot you a little bit.
in Discord, if you look at the pinned messages, I just pinned
Yeah.
it.
Alright, so if you buy me the diamond, I'll bring him back.
But you can roleplay them while I'm looking this up.
Just need 300 gold.
Yeah, that's the problem, is I only have 250. I might have to haggle.
I can give. I have 100 on me. We just need a diamond worth 100 gold pieces.
Oh, it's 100 gold pieces?
I mean, a diamond worth
Diamond?
300 gold pieces.
Okay. That's...
I have 659.
Get all
So if
that
you
money
guys need
from.
20 gold a day, and we're on
You
day
haven't
30.
gotten paid out yet.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind then.
you
I
get paid
haven't
out
took
once
any-
you reach the
I'm
water
still-
deep.
Paid.
Okay, I'm still
Somewhere.
at 250 then.
Alright,
Yeah.
if you.
Because we
Comp
got paid out
50,
for
we
that
can
one
get it.
mission.
Yes, actually, the one for where you took over for the other ones, he actually departed at Daggerford here, so you guys that accepted his mission would have gotten the 200 gold.
So that would include me,
Mm-hmm.
because I am with Nikola Tesla in his caravan.
Alright, well. If you could
I'm able to help.
spare-
Yes.
If you could spare like 50 of it, and Volta could give me 250, I'll bring back his file.
That sounds good, and I can pay you back 50 later, once we get paid.
I'll
Okay.
pay you for a burger today. Well,
And
Is it
I hand
possible
over
to buy the
50 gold
diamond?
pieces.
Yeah, go. Yep. I'm running it like you run in your games, 6.
Alright, so
If you want to buy a healing potion, just say, I'm buying a healing potion, and be honest with your gold.
yes, so we buy the 300 gold piece diamond.
You needed 50 from me?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
If, Walter, you're spending all 250 of yours.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So let's go out into the forest, get some rope, tie up your father, and I'll bring it back. You ready?
Sounds like a plan. Let's do this.
I do already have rope. I mean, well, I'm not there anymore. Never mind. Go on.
So,
I'm going into the forest.
yeah. You time up,
Crossbow drawn and ready.
crush up the diamond, and speak the words, and hold out your hands and give a soft and gentle blow as the diamond dust sprinkles over the seemingly at peace corpse of Vontal.
Good morning.
And he wakes up.
And the first thing he sees is a sharp crossbow bolt pointed directly at his eye.
Did you go to the afterlife? I'm curious.
I was in a furnace. Burning.
So, what are you doing, Dad?
Dad?
Dad, it's me. And I lift up my helmet for the first time.
No.
Yes.
They said you had
What are
fallen.
you doing?
They said brought your wife, your children.
Yes, my wife and my children, who were murdered by the cult, whose symbols you've been wearing.
Suppose if you've went through the effort, it's time you've learned the truth. You remember that mage that visited your grandfather all those years ago?
Yes.
He was not a random visitor. Your grandfather, his father before him, the Babels come from a long lineage, all the way back to Samaster, first speaker, the one who first transcribed the ancient texts. It ended with me when I had you. Your grandfather tried to get me to join time after time, but I saw in you such purity and goodness. But after that day, when I thought I had lost everything, it turned to the only thing I had, the only thing I had ever known.
So you're telling me grandfather, my grandpappy, is the one who initiated all of this?
Mm-hmm. He believed in Samaster's words. His sect of the cult was broken off. They don't get along with today's cult.
And so, instead of standing up to your own father, you decided to bow down to him after he killed your own son? Or so you assumed.
It was not his part of the cult that had called for that attack. It was the cult that you are chasing now. The ones that follow Severin.
That doesn't matter to me. My wife and daughter are dead.
Then it is the cult that you are
And here
following to
you
blame. The cult the Babels serve believe in Dracoliches, that the undead shall inherit the earth, not Tiamat.
I'm sorry, the what and the what?
The undead, the translation of Samaster First Speaker, the text that he read. Don't you see, Walter? It is in your blood.
No. No, it is not. This stops with me. And if you're gonna be too much of a pussy to stand up and end this, then you're gonna rot away in a jail cell where you deserve to rot away at.
Then I am afraid you should just leave me tied to this tree. For it appears, for a second time, I have lost my son.
I don't ever plan on helping these dragons or undead. None. What you're doing is horrible. I've seen firsthand the destruction that these dragons can create, and you'd rather join them than fight
Control them,
to stop
Walter, not join them. Control them.
Control them. Control them. Why was I never told of this beforehand?
I tried my best to shield you from it, as I said. You were always meant for more. But
you
I
didn't
thought...
think that this would come back at some point? That we wouldn't be standing in this forest with you tied up, resurrected from the dead?
When you were ready, your grandfather and I would have taken you to see, to learn. You had such a naivety to you. I couldn't bring myself to shatter the illusion that you dreamed about in this world.
Well, I suppose you did one thing right then, didn't you?
And what is that?
It kept me from knowing, kept me from joining this cult. I don't think I'd be able to live with myself.
You will see, Walter. And I hope you do live to see that day. For you always have a seat at our throne.
This throne stops with me, and I will damn well make sure of it.
Very well then. We shall see you on that day, my son.
Yeah, well, tell your friends in Avernus. Hopefully I won't be seeing them, but if I do, I'm aiming between their eyes.
Would killing him really make you happy?
Oh no, I'm still gonna definitely take him to jail, and he's gonna rot in a jail cell. He's not sitting out here to starve to death. He's gonna spend a lot of time growing old in a jail cell. And if they don't, he's just gonna be my prisoner until he dies.
There's
Remember
that spark
when-
of Babel cruelty in you.
The same cruelty that destroyed my family.
That would be the
It
cult
is-
you are currently following.
Oh. Oh boy.
It is Suni who gave you the second chance at life. It is for her that you have a chance to repent when you're in a prison. So, if you don't want to go back to Avernus, that's my recommendation.
I thank you for your God's prayers. They would not be wasted.
You have upset my friend.
This day seeks a heavy toll on all of us, I'm afraid.
Come on. Let's get him to jail then.
Yep. I'm gonna pick him up and hoist him over my shoulder.
And it's pretty easy to find a jail that's willing to take criminals or anything in Daggerford. They're, as I've said, mostly a farming community, so of the people that would be in the jail cells, they're mostly raiders and bandits from outside of the town. So, basically, lowlifes is who he's sharing a cell with.
Perfect. I told him to keep an eye on him, because apparently he's crafty enough to lie to his son for quite a few years.
We need to put some extra guard duty on him. I don't suppose you'd have anything to help us out with that?
What exactly do you mean?
Gear, coin to buy more swords, anything, really. A big rock. Just if he's as crafty as he says he is, we're not that experienced. We deal with raiders. You know, we'll need something a bit more.
Perhaps the prisons of Baldur's Gate might fit him better.
Well, tell you what then.
But, sadly, I don't have much to offer right this second as far as assistance goes.
We have a once-a-month wagon that heads to Baldur's Gate to do some trading. We'll send him along that wagon.
If you do, make sure he does not get his hands on a crossbow.
You have our word. We thank you for
What's
keeping the
your
town
father's-
safe.
What's your
Thank you
father's
for
name?
taking the time. Von Tell.
Let's get out of
And,
here.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell Von Tell that he should accept his sentence. And if I find him, free and roaming the world and not rotting in a prison cell, I will make his next death even worse.
Well, you've made it this far. We'll see you at the end of days.
And I'm gonna walk away and put my visor back down. I'm gonna hold back the fact that I'm feeling some feels.
Do you want to tell people what they just saw? Your friends? Or should I?
So, my friends who were just with me, what you just saw was the fact that my face is extremely fucked up. I have nothing but scars, bruises. One of my cheekbones almost looks like it's broken. The attack on my town basically disfigured me. I'm very roughed up looking, and I hide that away and hide behind a visor until I've gotten my revenge. It's been my vow that I won't show my face to basically anybody until this is over. And this is one of those few exceptions where I'm showing my face.
Okay. If somebody takes off your...
I mean, I'm a fighter, so it's not like this is magically bound to me. He's just going to be really mad he didn't get to keep his vow.
Yeah.
I will
They have
be
to
in
die.
contact
I
in
hope you
7
keep-
days' time.
You're saying that to Vontel?
Yeah.
And just looks off into the corner.
And then I'm gone.
Yup.
Does anybody else have any other business in Daggerford?
I was at the tavern, but that was about it.
How many beers?
None.
Oh. Well, you pick up on a few just gossip and talk, mostly that it's one of the largest caravans they've seen passing through Daggerford, and rumors of a Thayan, if being sighted. Rumors of the Cult of the Dragon, as you would have expected. Some of their members, people are saying, "Oh, I think it's the cult. I think it's them. We've heard they're active again. Do you think it's them? I think it's them." And some of them are right, some of them are wrong.
Okay.
But on a cursory glance around, it doesn't look like anybody. You don't see any of the mercenary factions, and you don't really see anybody that's eyeballing you or looking particularly threatening.
Okay. I head back to the caravan the next day then, because I think we're not leaving till tomorrow.
Correct.
So yeah, I would head back to I guess I would head back to the caravan at night and just sleep at the caravan.
The rest of you?
Yeah. Go back to the caravan and...
Getting
make sure everything's
extremely drunk.
Well, good thing you're managing the beer tent.
Perfect.
And you're joined by a few. There's people are in good spirits. Waterdeep is only a 10-day away. People are saying it's they're looking at it as the last leg of the journey. So they're joining you, Nick. They're getting Walter. They're getting really drunk with you and having a good time.
Perfect.
The next morning, I would like all of you to roll insight.
Insight. Oh, I'm really good at this.
Nixon!
I've been rolling bad this session.
Yeah.
I should have fucked up with reviving your father and just like revived half his body.
Yes. Someone. If I have to have him paralyzed from the legs down.
So, Walter.
No one did good except for Nick.
Well, Walter and Nick noticed the gnome who joined the caravan a few days ago, that she's kind of poking around the cultist wagons, but trying not to be seen. Just kind of looking
There's a
around.
cultist wagon?
Yes. I said that you had, when you left the first time at the very beginning, with all the mushroom stuff.
Oh, I didn't know there was a specific cultist wagon we knew about now.
The-
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yep, it was the front 3 wagons.
Okay.
Okay.
If I didn't say it, I thought I did say that, but I might not have. So if I didn't, I apologize.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was at the very beginning. You guys
Okay.
identified the first 3 wagons in the caravan as the cultists' wagons.
Okay.
Okay.
So you see this little gnome girl kind of slinking around, hiding where she can, listening in on certain conversations. But after, just a little bit of snooping, she goes back to her wagon.
Can I intercept her on the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I kind of slink up to her, kind of nonchalantly. Hopefully, it looks like that. But then I speak to her in Gnomish, and I ask her about the cultists regarding it, just like in general, why she's curious about the cultists, because we kind of noticed that they were kind of a bad deal as well, and she seems to be in line with our.
And she looks at you as you grabbed her and kind of gives a rough shrug off and says back to you in Gnomish, "We'll see." And then walks away.
Okay. All right.
That's it for this day. Is there anything you would guys like to do during this day? Other than that?
I didn't
I'm
notice
gonna-
it, so.
Change one of my infusions from the spear to so I got the crossbow, I got my armor as my +1 AC,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have the bag of holding infusion. So I was gonna do the spear that he's not using during this session and do my mace, unless somebody else needed a magical weapon.
I mean, I could use it if you're going to use your mace, because I will swing every turn.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What do you need it on?
On my great axe.
So, Queequeg, you and Ixon were helping John
You
and
get
Abigail
+1 bonus.
take inventory
Oop,
for Ed
wrong one.
Hellery, making
There
sure
you go.
everything is in order and in place so that you get paid. Nick was supposed to be helping you, but took a special interest in that little gnome girl, so he's pretending to count, but his head is clearly turned over, looking to the side while you guys are actually just taking track of all the wood and everything.
I turned back. I apologize, guys. I just I saw something that was kind of questionable. What count were we at here?
Cool.
This is day 31, going into the night of day 31.
Oh, I meant like distracted in their counting of the wood. When you were, I was just saying, I was
Oh,
distracted
gotcha.
by that no passing by, and then
Gotcha.
sorry.
Well, if no one else has any business to attend to, everything is in order, thankfully, with Ed Hellery's wagon, and the caravan sets out. And the day goes largely uninterrupted. The second morning, as you guys are sat around each other betwixt the 2 wagons, the gnome walks up to you, Nick. And as you've got a bowl of oatmeal in front of you, ready to take a spoonful, she pulls out a dagger, pokes through your oatmeal a little bit with the blade, and she lifts it out and shows you an oatmeal smeared object resembling a tiny bead. She glances over her shoulder where a few mercenaries sit at their breakfast. She looks back. "It's a sliver of bone. curled into a circle so you can swallow it in a mouthful of gruel without noticing. Once you eat it, slowly uncurls inside of you, exposing the needle pinpoints that pierce your guts and kill you slowly. I suspect they're in all your breakfasts. And she gets up and walks away, and she looks back at you, Nick. We'll talk this evening.
All right, and I immediately turn to everybody and just pull out their bowls out of their hands. I just knock them out real quick.
What was that for?
I'm looking out for you. I'll explain in a second. I'm just knocking them all out, and then so that's my initial knee-jerk reaction to what she just told me. But then hopefully
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say hopefully the mercenaries don't but go ahead.
Well, you do see a few lumps in there, but poking them, they seem to be just oat husks. Some was just chunks of sawdust, and one of them was actually an egg of an insect. Well, other than that, nothing too sinister. Nothing like what was in yours, Nick. But you do look over, and two of the cultists, or mercenaries, whoops. As you look over at them, you do catch them looking over at you, but they immediately turn away, as if to try to hide their interest.
So it was just in my bowl that I know, like after everything was spilled out, it was just in my bowl that we noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why was it in your bowl, Nick? What have you done?
I haven't done anything, I don't think. I just spoke to a gnome, so it kind of makes me think that she was the one that put that in there. But it very well could be that she's on the same team as us because she was rummaging around. I noticed her yesterday rummaging around the cultists' carts. So
maybe we should stick to our rations until we get back to Waterdeep.
Agreed. So I just want to let you guys know that I see something suspicious going on here in those first 3 carts. I think there might be something going on, or this gnome might just be crazy. So watch yourselves. Careful.
I'll eat some rations today then.
Thank you. And then I go to. Can we go to the beer cart and see if they have any rations or anything like that we can pick up loaves of bread?
Yeah, actually, Bade and Ed Helry both would have had enough rations for both John and Abigail, as well as all of you guys. It's part of your contract being hired on by them that they provide all of the food necessary.
Okay, cool. All right, so we stick to the rations and kind of just keep your eyes peeled, everybody, to see if, well, 1, if the gnome comes around, and then 2, about the cultists and the mercenaries. I feel like these mercenaries are a little questionable if we have this gnome snooping around, so. And these mercenaries are with the wagons of the cultists, correct?
Right. They're the guards for those wagons.
Okay.
So later on that evening, you gather around Bade's cart, as has been tradition on most of these nights. You all gather with each other and enjoy a good ale for a job well done for that day. And sitting on one of the barrels towards the back of the wagon, you see the gnome.
All right.
And she goes, "Hey, listen. We don't work for the same people, but we're all on the same side. We share a belief that the cult must be stopped. We need to know what they're carrying in those wagons and where they're taking it."
You need to know that?
Yes. What have you been able to find out?
Nothing so far. We just recently realized that those carts are the cultists. So we are actually on our way to. Sorry, what is it? Trying to.
Waterdeep.
Next city. Waterdeep. We're on our way to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep?
Yes.
What are they taking to Waterdeep?
That's what we were trying to figure out.
And she pulls out a dagger. We can find out tonight.
Isn't that a little rash? Don't you think you would like to figure out what they're delivering as well as to where?
My superiors thought it best to just capture most of the cultists and torture them slowly for information. I convinced them my way was easier.
What's your way?
Finding out. Subterfuge.
Okay, we can find out what's in the carts tonight, as well as figure out who they are delivering it to, and possibly see the bigger scheme. If we attack them tonight, it lets them realize that we are on their trail, if they haven't realized already. And
Well, I mean, they tried to kill you.
right, but I don't know. We still don't know if that was the gnome or if it was the mercenaries.
No, was it you?
Was what me?
Did you put that
Saving
thing
your
in the pool?
life?
Or
Then
did you put it there to make us think that you were saving our lives?
As I've said, we don't
Can I roll
work for the
insight?
same people, but we're all on the same side.
Who do you work for?
My name is Jamna Gleamsilver. I work
Okay.
for the Black Network.
Blacknet.
You put the Zentara.
If you prefer to call us that.
Tower.
Hmm.
Okay.
You know, I do have a spell that could make cultists be honest with us.
Or, Jobno, what we can do is eat their fingers.
He really likes eating people's fingers.
Yes, you'd fit in well with my superiors. Tell me, what do you know of the man in red that joined the same day that I?
He wears red.
Yes, indeed. If that is all you know, then it is no wonder you have no idea what the cult is actually hauling in these wagons.
I'm not much of an asking questions type of guy. Nick over here, he is.
The little one, you make it sound as if you know what's in these carts.
Yeah. I saw you snoop around the other day. What were you, did you find anything of note in the carts?
Well, nothing too interesting yet, anyway. I was hoping you would be able to fill in the blanks.
I mean, if we're on the same sort of, I guess, path, why not help each other out? I'll see if we can go ahead, or at least me. I don't know about my teammates here, but I'll go ahead and try to see if I can sneakily find something out for you. But I'm not making any promises. I am more interested on figuring out who they are delivering to instead of what they're carrying presently, because it's no threat to me.
Yes, that is our top priority as well. Who, we now know where, thanks to you, and what we will figure out soon enough.
Okay. I'm assuming we would be able to figure out both at the same time,
Perhaps.
but if we can figure out what they're carrying beforehand, which I'm definitely going to try out, then we can figure out possibly who beforehand.
Subtlety is key. We must not be seen. We must not be heard.
I saw you this morning, or the other morning.
I noticed. I allowed you to. One does not work for my company by allowing your people of your skills to notice us unless we want you to.
Bow my head real quick. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
All right. And then I put my hand out. No shenanigans, no evil between us, and we shall help each other out.
Agreed. She shakes her hand.
Before you go, we were told of a meeting in Waterdeep with another faction that you're working with.
And who might that be?
The Emerald Enclave.
Ah,
Do you
yes.
know where that meeting is?
Oh, it's I'm afraid we've not yet been extended an invite to said meeting.
You've not, or I've not?
We have not. Nor you, I imagine.
You know, not many people want the Zentarim's help.
Yes. Yes, we've earned our reputation, and we're quite proud of it too. Though, with no world left, there's no treasure left to plunder now, is there? It is a time we must all work together.
I agree.
Stops this world from burning. Yeah. You're right.
Yes, tell you what. I'll give you my contact in both the Emerald Enclave and the Lord's Alliance. If you find this information, help me find out what they are carrying.
Okay.
I'll go check the cart right now.
Be quiet. We are very close to the destination, and things not need get ugly now. We need to maintain a quiet and low profile.
Well, then I will wait. I'm not too quiet.
Who's the stealthiest?
I have a +2.
I have a +2 in disadvantage.
I've got
I'm gonna stealth
3,
and kick everyone
so
off roll 20.
because I've got an okay dex.
What happened to everybody on roll 20? Oh no.
That's me
I don't know.
stealthing. That's me
Next to the
stealthing. You
server.
can't see me.
Well,
Reconnecting.
yeah, reconnecting. Let's actually just take a quick 5. We'll play a little bit after 9. I know, if we can, if people are able to. But let's just take a...
I can't.
Okay, then let's not take a quick 5.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I understand. We'll not take a quick 5. We will reload into roll 20.
That is a-okay with me-o.
Be right back, though.
We should also play on Friday. We should play twice a week.
Grab a drink.
I agree. Also agree with getting a drink.
I like all of it.
But we're almost halfway through Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Are we?
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we level up again, right?
No. You're supposed to level up at the end of the caravan. I'll let you level up midway through.
Yeah.
Ah.
How much money are we set to receive at the end of this caravan?
400 gold. Well, you on top of the 200 that you've earned already.
Oh. We've earned the extra 200?
Yeah,
that was for everyone?
No, that was for you, Queequeg, and Nick, because you took on a second job. Blackhand and Valter didn't take on that second job.
Ah, alright.
Yeah.
I like money. Hello, me like money. I can buy a spell scroll, like a 4th level now. Like, I can get... How much is a 9th level spell scroll? I just need 10,000 gold and I can cast
lot.
Powered Resurrection.
Oh, what a shitty time for roll 20 to just die.
Alright.
It's coming back.
None of my notes or anything are loading. Son of a bitch.
I didn't get to cast Fireball yet.
No.
Because I needed to win initiative on those
Damn
hordes.
coronavirus. We're never hands.
Oh boy.
I'm not too worried about throwing a Fireball at the party because I know I can get them up and they can tank it.
Your
It's
roll
that
20
the
Mike.
NPCs.
Hmm.
I'm back. We're back.
Yep. Looks looking good.
Guiding bolt and Queequeg.
Guiding bolt. Well, Queequeg, what's make the attack roll?
Alright, does that hit?
19. I think we'll hit Queequeg's AC.
Alright, Queequeg takes 15 radiant damage.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's dead, and then I fireball his corpse. Give you disadvantage. That doesn't hit me. I have 19 AC. My AC
So,
is 19.
I've got my notes back. We're black in action.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
I think we were at stealth rolls.
I
Whoa.
believe.
Do you want me to go in? Yeah, I might as well go in there with you, because they can't get worse than that. It can't get worse than that. I'll guidance myself as well.
Very good.
Let's say 17 plus guidance.
I don't know why it rolled twice.
I got a 819.
Mm-hmm. And Queequeg? Oh, or did you say you were staying back? Okay, I see you.
Nick was leading us though.
Yes, Nick was, but luckily you're traveling with a trained professional who mimics the sound on the far side. So they at first look up towards your direction, Nick, and
Okay.
most of them immediately drop their bowl or their flagon, whatever they were holding, and put their hands on the hilt. But when they hear the noise coming from the other side, they look over on that side and must just shrug it off.
Must have been the wind.
Okay.
They're Skyrim guards.
Why won't you die?
What are you casting that on?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's that I'll take those for my next rolls though.
But you guys do. You sneak up to the back of the middle wagon of the front three, and it's crates and barrels, all packed very tightly, very neatly to fit as much as possible on these wagons. Looking through one of the crates, nothing but gold, trinkets, gems, diamonds, pearls, goblets.
For a dragon's horde.
Yeah, I was gonna say a horde for dragon.
A horde of a dragon queen?
Ho, 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 ho.
So,
Wow.
in silence, Jamna looks at it and looks up at you and quietly puts the lid back on and just nods and hops off the cart and heads back over to Bade's wagon.
Wow.
So it's exactly what we expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me so hard not to just say, you guys know exactly what they're hauling. You know it's a bunch of treasure.
Okay.
Well, I couldn't say that.
You never want to
Anyway.
assume.
Is there any way we could take them off the road?
The caravan?
We could blow them up, but that's a bit too much tension.
I
You'd
think if
certainly get
we,
their attention.
how many were there
What?
that we could see, like, cultists?
Oh, sitting around that area, there
Mhm.
was 15, 14, actually.
Well, there goes that idea.
I mean, I still got Tensor's floating disc. How much do those things weigh?
It's a crate full of gold, so it'd be several hundred pounds. You could probably fit like 2, maybe 1 on Tensor's floating disc.
I was gonna say they're not gonna miss one barrel, are they? But no, I'm not
You
gonna
could
do
try.
that. No, I'm good. We don't need that. We don't need that attention. But we do need those contacts that she was gonna give us for figuring out what was in these barrels and carts.
So you head back to Bade's wagon, just as quietly. I won't make you roll stealth. So, hoard of treasure, eh? Could mean only one thing. It's exactly what the Harpers were blathering on about. For once, they were right.
Dragons.
Yes. Right. I'm gonna go write some letters and sleep on this a little bit. Be well, and we'll see you at Waterdeep. And she goes to turn to walk away.
Wait.
What?
You said you had a couple contacts for us when we get to Waterdeep.
Ah, right. Delan Winterhound and Lady Laurel Silverhand.
And that would be a contact for who?
Delan... He's with the Enclave.
Where should we be looking for him?
He should be at Waterdeep about this time.
Where, though?
Can't be spoiling all the fun now, can I? And she kind of skips as she walks away.
Stupid gnomes.
Silverhand is the second one.
Yeah. She is the contact for the Lord's Alliance.
She's important.
Up till now, you had only heard of the Harpers, the Order of the Gauntlet, and heard word of the Emerald Enclave. But now you've got a contact in the Emerald Enclave and a fourth faction called the Lord's Alliance. And this black network that Ixen calls the Zentarim seem to be in some kind of loose alliance with these four factions.
Well, let's get to Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. The following morning, day 33, two very plump and heavy-chested ladies join the caravan, and Walter, they are all over you from minute one, trying to just teasing you about your mask, just hanging out at the beer tent as much as they can, and they are just loving you.
Be careful. We have a name for these type of women.
He keeps keeps very stoic and keeps to himself. He has another goal that's been added to his list, and he cannot be distracted.
After about an hour or so of you just paying them no mind, they walk up to you, Ixen, and start giving you the same song and dance, asking you about what are you into, what do you like to do, why are you on the caravan, you've got nice muscles, you look smart, can you read?
I can read.
What do you like to read about?
I pull out my book. It's got like a lock on it.
Ooh.
It says I'm collecting knowledge on dragons. You'd say I'm a publisher of sorts.
Dragons. We've never seen dragons.
Ah, well. I mean, have you ever seen the pseudo dragon? Or they're smaller.
No,
Or a
tell
white
us
or a wyvern.
all about it. We want to learn everything there is to know.
There is many types of dragons. Some of them are in the sea. They're turtles. They're like dragon turtles.
What?
And then there's
They swim and everything?
yeah, there's. It's fascinating.
Do they blow bubbles instead of fire?
No, they actually blow out a steam.
Ooh. I'm Arietta, and this is Zelena. And they are twins.
Pleasure to meet both of you.
We're sisters.
Pleasure to meet both of you. You have. You seem to be very interested in the members of my caravan.
Oh, we're just looking for some fun. It gets so boring in these inns. And your
Right.
friend is, he's boring.
Well, we've all been through a lot. We just deal with it in different ways, you see.
Oh, I'm sure. And this goes on for several hours. They just keep asking you more about the journey.
I will answer all of their questions enthusiastically.
And well into the night, they get pretty intoxicated. They try to make a few passes at you. I don't know if you want to reciprocate.
I'll reciprocate.
All
I'm
right.
a Sunni cultist.
Well, you have a pleasant night with these two. Again, they're on the larger end for women. They're round, but they've got very big chests. And you have a lovely evening with these two in your tent.
And then I take 5d10 from the succubi.
No, it's actually the next day, day 34, is just another uneventful day. The two twins continue on, just as enthusiastic as they can be, legitimately interested in what you're saying, Nixon.
So few people are. I will talk and talk and talk until the sun explodes.
On the 35th day, you're passing through a small hamlet called Bowshot, and few of the caravans stop off to feed their horses, hunt for some rabbits or shoot down some pheasant, what have you. Just normal roadside maintenance. They'll catch back up in half an hour or so. And off in the tree line, you hear, "Psst! Hey! Holy man!" And you hear Jamna, Gleam Silver, calling out,
Can I help you?
"Yeah, come. And you see the glinting of a dagger in the tree side, about over here.
I'll go with them.
Okay.
To the obvious trap.
No.
It's who he is.
Are you kidding?
It's who he is.
It's Arietta and Zelena. It's not Gleam Silver. Sorry to disappoint you, love. But, as we said, and their voice grows a little bit more manlier and kind of disgusting. These towns are always so boring. As they both reveal themselves and their true forms to be doppelgangers.
This doesn't turn me off.
2 or 3 glorious nights Ixton had with these ladies.
You reckon like I have a problem with that?
Oh, no, it's great. It's great. I like it. But with that, since it's 9 o'clock, we will call it. Don't worry, guys. There's only 5 more days. You can see Waterdeep in the distance.
Yes.
We should be finished with the caravan very early the next session.
Has it been 7 days?
Oh yeah, it's been 15 days.
You should probably send his dad a message.
Let's see. When did you?
I'll ask him if he's still in prison.
It has been 5 days.
God.
It's been 5 days since you left Vontel at Daggerford.
Nice.
See.
So
I'll ask him if he's in prison and whether or not he's found God.
I doubt it. I'm having a feeling he's gonna escape, and I'm gonna have to hunt him down. But
Yeah, I can talk to him, so we can always make sure he's in prison.
you do get a message back, and it just says, "Take care of my boy."
Ooh.
Well, dear. Are you still in prison?
No word back.
Damn it. Quite well.
Well, we would have finished the caravan. Not saying anything against you, Walter, but if we could have started right from the beginning with Black Hand, we would have totally finished the caravan.
Good
I
night.
gotcha.
How's it going?
Good night, James.
Have a good
We haven't
night.
been
Yeah.
ambushed by goblins
You
yet.
know, Walter, we normally start at 6, and you just
I
join
know.
in later. So if we could have started at 6, but again, it was you
I
and
gotcha.
Black Hand guarding the one wagon. I was like, well, they're both gone. We can't start
No,
it.
I gotcha. I